Enchantress rotation should RTK leave the lane.
I mean, it's still rather unusual for this ward to be placed around that.
Hero that farms them right now. There's no Bristleback or Tidehunter.
And sometimes you see teams do that against probably maybe a Earth Spirit or tasks like heroes that can mill. Right now LGD doesn't have that apart. Maybe you're talking about the Enchantress rotations, but I feel like if you're Enchantress off lane, you generally want to focus on playing your own lane as much as you can. You want to get the most out of it. Very similar to Blue, you want to deal with your lane first.
Rune's about to spawn now. LGD sending 4 to the bottom. They'll get that one for free. And RTK sneak in and grab the top, or at least deny it. But Moo's there. He will be the one to get it, not the IO.
So it's going to be a safe lane queen, like we predicted. IO played by Hao, and it's going to be this tiny, the tiny by Moo.
It's unusual that they don't give the rune to the IO, but the one blocking
I mean,
the mid.
yeah, he's blocking the creep, so whatever.
Plays the bottle a bit.
Yeah, whatever works. I mean, obviously it's better. You can say that it's always better to give it to the can get the faster bottle. But I mean, for the tiny, getting a quicker level 2 might because he goes for the 2 branch build, so it means that he has enough mana to actually have 2 spells at level 2. So actually, you don't have. I think you don't need. Yeah, because you got buffs. That was something also. That was my bad. But you have faster time getting to level 2, so you might have a better chance of killing the Juggernaut because the spin at low levels is a really long cooldown. So if he forced to use the spin early, you can actually.
Well, no, the only reason why he's gonna have the mana is because you don't have the 2 branches you want. They didn't change it's still 240.
Oh, I thought that they changed his intelligence. He has more intelligence, remember.
Does he have enough with no branches?
Yeah, this is like, I remember the old one you must have.
I know you used to.
Yeah.
And it's still the same mana cost, so yeah, it must be the...
So right now, we'll see how our TK plays his lane. Seems like Queen of Pain is alone here. He plays a sentry as ward, but how is going to block off this camp, which is really important if you're against Enchantress or Doom off lanes. You want to make sure the camp is blocked all the time and they sentry to block the camp behind, and how is body blocking one? No camps for Enchantress, so it means that he might have to go all the way back to his own jungle to secure a creep, because without a creep, the laning phase might be difficult for him.
Yeah, we did see this happen to Complexity
it was
at MDL, and they struggled to recover. Enchantress movement was rather ineffective, ultimately changed her into a support as bottom lane. The Phoenix will end up going down first blood here to LGD, but LGD pretty quick to react. Already RTK heading into the woods, and it looks like he is going to try to put pressure on mid.
He didn't even use his dive. Did you check what happened?
He just got nuked down, I believe, by the last tick there of the Disruptor.
He was just being a bit too greedy, but at the same time, he's gonna the lane push, so he's gonna get some experience here. At least he wasn't
bad.
Phoenix at Shanghai Major offlane 1-0 support. I mean, it's offlane now, so.
Okay, well, E-Home ran him a bunch. Alright, so let's not go thinking Phoenix isn't a good hero. Crazy to think that E-Home's starting the lower bracket.
It happens, you know. Dota is really unexpected now. Don't play well, you lose to anyone. 2-minute rune gonna spawn, Newbee's gonna hit the top lane, Moo's gonna run up, pick up spin, he gets the boss off, so probably gonna secure the room for the Wiz here. I think there's anything much MMY can do in this situation, and RTK here denies his own creep.
They're gonna look to fight this perhaps though, maybe, no Blade here actually, I already used it on the wave.
Oh, the cam is finally spawned, because they are unable to block it with the hero here. So he's gonna get a Albest Smasher, so it's gonna help his lane.
So looking at the overall development of the lanes, Winter, you have a free farm Juggernaut mid and a free farm Spectre safe lane with a first blood to LGD. They have not shut down the Enchantress. RTK is getting experience now. Doesn't feel like Newbee's getting enough.
I think I mentioned this during the panel. If you have a stir, and usually when you have a Spectre, you expect, okay, I'm gonna have a tougher lane phase, but I'm gonna make up for it. But if you ever have a Spectre and you have a good early game, you know that you are in a really good position in the game.
This is very dangerous now for Tule. That level 2 glimpse is online, so he's gonna have to be careful about when the dive comes out.
Really good.
I would say it's him, Silencer probably the best.
Him, Silencer, and
Skyrat is very good.
These 3 are the best supports against.
Okay.
Oh, they're gonna go for the Phoenix here at bottom lane. They're gonna
Tule getting caught out now, and although he has the dive, just perfect time. Looks like, yeah, they pull him right back in. Spectre even gonna get the last hit. Oh, the very first!
IOTK as well, he's in trouble at top. Both the offlaners, he's gonna get chased down the tether. Hao's gonna finish him off with the screen. And both the offlaners going down at the same time here.
Enchantress is the hero that can go to the jungle to catch up more easily,
Yeah.
but still an offlaner for an offlaner.
Yeah, but if you think about, you compare these two offlaners, if both are having a bad time, I would think that if I'm the Phoenix, at least I'll be able to do something in team. But if Enchantress falls behind, basically screwed after.
Something we haven't discussed is LGD. How good are they at killing the Phoenix egg? They've got Juggernaut, generally one of the better heroes because
Yeah,
he's got
they have
the...
Enchantress, like I mentioned, long range. So it's pretty decent. So they have if you have two heroes hitting the egg at early levels, usually it's more than enough to get the egg.
The Maroon, they are going to catch up with Disruptor. DDC, he'll at least snag a bounty rune here on his way down. The Spirit's crashing through a little more damage. They get the next Spirit on him. Good placement by 2 Light and should burn down in the end. Newbee grabbing that kill as well. Score. Movement here from MMY. He grabbed an Invis rune.
Time to place a what? Free smoke.
Top lane. This is going to allow some confidence from RTK in his movement.
Oh, there's not much stacks here, Gorman here. Usually they are but right now with the Wiz and Tiny, you want to have a lot of stacks so you can actually put your economy ahead. But even MMO is expecting to find stacks there. You place a ward, hoping to find stacks. So maybe the Juggernaut at some point can go in and steal it, or the Enchant.
Oh, they're hunting 2 late bottom. The Glimpse is ready now, and as he tries to dive away, couldn't quite cast it.
Yep.
see, not able to wrangle that Phoenix.
It's like you have to anticipate it. It's not that easy, and sometimes the players dies a bit late. So probably didn't expect the early dive in mid lane. You see the spin coming out on move.
Those cast bounces, brilliant stuff, but not enough damage to follow it up.
Wow,
Get harder soon though.
the
Juggernaut's
Juggernaut-
level 6.
The Juggernaut is actually wrecking the lane in terms of CS. He has 32 CS. It's similar to both the safe laners from both teams.
So a lot of this is really the Witch Doctor factor. It's so hard to be aggressive when you're tiny IO against that cast.
My blade is swifter.
Yeah, the Witch Doctor obviously, I think mid has paid off for LGD, stabilizing the mid lane and causing a lot of trouble for Tiny. Can't really farm as well as the Juggernaut. To mention that because he has very low base armor, he's taking a lot of damage from high-res as well. I think overall, if you look at the laning phase, Enchantress, yes, is not having a good time, but the other two lanes, the mid and the safe lane, is going really well for LGD.
Playing with this creep wave top for now. We are seeing the Enchantress begin to catch up. Hits level 4. Now the Phoenix, bottom lane, again in the river. 2 lay in trouble. The cast coming through, going to catch him out. They've got a Glim ready. The dive also available. He's going to make it uphill. That will escape. And while that was happening, maybe cracked level 6. Got up the Omni Slash and kills off the Tiny. Unable to save him. Going from bad to worse here for Newbee. Their super carry is not getting it done. And thus winter, it begins to feel like it's going to be all on how to salvage this laning stage.
Oh, he's gonna worry about the Horn now, because Syla is level 6. So if he blinks in, he commits for a kill, there's a very good chance he'll die, because he just haunts him as the pain. So he has to be extremely careful about that as well. Like, obviously when you hit level 6 as Queen, you want to be active on the map, you want to have EP, you want to get ready to move. Now, against the Spectre, you have to be careful.
That ward is really paying off now. They both Newbee supports in the jungle, so maybe play more aggressively here. Maybe
mid lane.
Ooh, a little low to tower dive that. Backing out.
He was definitely thinking about it. Queen of Pain, are they going to commit for this? There's a haunt from the Spectre.
Here comes through the couple over the top, not enough to finish up. Maybe though he keeps it running, but that Chuck will find him. The trade comes as Sylar starts cleaning up the dive, brings down the Quap, who blinks forward aggressively for more, but low on mana. Up the hill they go. Chuan's gonna turn. The first snoop. Avalanche is there. They've got the toss available as well. The Slar's a bit tanky. He's got the point of dispersion to keep him alive longer. He does spend all his gold grabbing the urn, but will end up falling.
That was really risky for him. Like, they were already...
Not done yet. DDC hunting Chuan. Lips. Finds him.
He's alone though.
Pathetic field. But can he even auto-attack him down in time? Chuan's gonna try to walk out of here. Only has the 330 move speed. DDC has the high ground ward. He's got the better move speed. 2 more auto-attacks will finish. Not enough. Doesn't even miss uphill.
But they noticed there's a ward there because he hit him from the low ground. They had vision there. But LGD was already on the upper hand when they got the return kill with the Horn, but then Syla decided that he wanted to chase up the high ground and didn't expect Shaman played by Tron to be on the high ground with the Tiny, so got a bit greedy and paid the price for it. So in the end of the day, it didn't go too bad for Newbee, despite losing team and using a Sonic Wave Spectre. So it was pretty even. So right now, Spectre back with the bottom to farm, has the Bracer, has the Urn, so going for that Urn.
Jumping on mid, Omni Sledge from Maybe, forcing move back towards him, but he chucks him away, and he is gonna end up living. Now House there to turn this. Maybe he's gonna get punished, dropped low, and MY finished off. It's like they can't quite kill him. The chuck, ooh, they do it. The chuck on Hal. Who needs Blink when you've got friends?
The team play how
Newbee punish. Huge swing of momentum there. 1,200 gold and a ton of momentum.
Oh dear.
Bombs. Now I've really seen it all.
It's more the team play, from Hao and Moon. Like, we see this a lot from all the teams played together. Kung Fu, wherever they go, they always have this amazing chemistry between the two players. Got a lot from that trade-off. Next horn will be up. We'll see whether LGD can get something done with the next horn here. Disruptor is still level 5. Both of the supports doesn't have access to the level 6, so they have to find a way to get those in for their supports.
I really need these kills because they are getting massively out.
They're gonna steal the stack though, so that's something at the very least.
Amu, he's walking up the cliff. RTK is gonna be there to meet him, and MMY's in position. Enchantress creeps, scouting out Newbee, threatening them. Big economic damage there, probably about a 500 gold swing off of that. Money denied to Newbee and given to LGD. Ilar, like you said, the taunt ready, up to 1,000 gold. Generally, we'll see just the one early tank item like the Urn, and then into the Relic if you have the good start, but perhaps with the burst damage, he'll even consider completed drums as well. Time will tell. For now, saving up the gold.
Let's see. They have to probably free lanes right now for LGD to get support to level 6. I think their next immediate objective, they need to get the level 6 on board before they try and do something. Obviously wait for Omni Slash to go off cooldown. So those are the things that they need to get done for LGD. As for
coming from Newbee.
Yeah, as for Newbee, they are ready to fight. They have Sonic Wave, they have the Serpent Wasp from Tron, so everything is online for Newbee. Newbee is looking to make a crack here. They have the egg as well on Tule. Everything is online for Newbee. This is like their peak of their power point right now. Their ultimates are flying faster than LGD.
Including the Icarus dive, but that's just the wrong direction. They're still gonna dive it. Popo gets dropped. Sylar alive behind the tower. That Urn and Bracer making the difference. He burns low. He will end up falling. The egg gets committed and maybe looks to turn this one around as he dives in. Drops the Omni Slash, got the club. Now gets Chuan as well with one last chop of that Samurai sword. Turning back towards Tule, who's got a fresh dive available. Got to get out of this. In the end, a 2 for 1.
That was like a costly mistake by the Phoenix.
Do you think they still should have gone for it after he dove the wrong way, or was
I'm not sure.
an error? DDC, the chuck in for move, cleaning up and trying to salvage the game here for Newbee. Maybe trapped behind the tower, no Blade Fury for some time. They're going to move forward. Toss is available. Sunray, though, keeping them in fighting shape as they dive deeper and deeper. MMY will be hacked down, and Moo's not done yet. He's going to have a combo in 4 seconds time. He might be able to turn on some of these LGD heroes. Will he get it off? Avalanche chucks back the Juggernaut, keeps on running. Phoenix not able to save him, and Chuan rejoins the fight. Pounds right back into it, working their way onto Maybe, trying to finish off this Juggernaut. The Fire Spirit's really limiting LGD's damage output, but they're going to wear off here soon. And Chuan gets surrounded. Sylar barely surviving. They try to burn him down. Too late. Trying to trap him in the trees. He clings his way out. Sylar surviving. Keeps on running. DDC is going to glitch. Can help finish the drop. The blink in 1 second. No, he's sent packing. He turns back on the jump. He has to use the blink to escape. Insanity erupting in the bottom lane and a 10-10 score. But LGD overall slightly on top of the numbers at the end of all that.
Yep, and they'll be happy that the Spectre didn't go down there. It was really good build from Sylar. They're managing to get out of that situation. That would have been really bad for them if they lost the Spectre there. So overall, I mean, Spectre and Juggernaut right now top of the net worth. If you look at the team fight right now, Newbee might have a better team fight because they have offlaner that is more focused on getting the team to win the team fights, which is the Phoenix, whereas LGD's offlaner right now doesn't provide, which is the Enchantress, doesn't provide too much in terms of the team. So I think if Newbee executed their moves much better, they should be able to win fights much more. Because in the last fight, obviously we saw the Phoenix missing the dive for some reason, but Newbee still went for it.
Well, he was facing the wrong way, so
yeah.
I guess he just
just screwed up.
Screwed up.
He just messed up, so... I think if they did everything correctly, they should have been able to take the fight really cleanly. Like, hit the dive and slow the Spectre.
Radiant's top tower.
So right now, Newbee with their next cooldown of
Radiant
wards are
structures
choosing
are
to
fortified.
secure another tower here. Part of the lineup. They're able to take objectives easily with the
Dire's
wards
middle
and
tower
their
is under
cooldowns, the Sonic Wave, the egg. It's not easy for LGD to fight into this.
Well, they have Omni Slash and Inroom.
They want
And
to
a
try
level
to
2
defend
Omni
though.
at that. This can easily kill 2 heroes if maybe finds a good opening.
Well, the tower is actually not going to go down. They actually successfully defended the tower,
And
but
they farm the wards
they're
up.
going to try and get Sylar here, but there's a ward there that sees the rotation. So LGD knows what's up, so they might just try to move top lane. Yep, they're going to go into top lane, try to find a pick-off and use the from the Spectre. Spectre cannot farm water for now. They want to get him involved in another way.
What's your tiny build this game, your move? Are you still going Blink as late as it is?
I think so. I think Blink is pretty good versus the Squishy. They have 3 Squishy heroes. We said that doing the Disruptor, Witch Doctor, and Enchantress. You want to be able to actually just pick them off right from
Be a big item. Tule hasn't had the best Phoenix game, but he is going to get the mech now.
Radiant's top tower
What a time
is
for it.
under
As top lane, ADC, Smoke about to break but moving into position.
Dire's middle
He's got a
tower
Static
is
Storm
under
ready.
attack.
Team Newbee did scout it out though. Forced the back of the end.
Radiant's
Still the
top
tower
tower
denied by
has been
Sylar.
Just look at
denied.
wards from both moment. Like they have like wards covering enemy base. They see a lot of stuff like LGD. They see the mid lane. They see a little bit of the top lane, and they have a deep ward in their behind.
Oh, great play by Chuan. He's going to hex the illusion there before they can actually jump in with Sylar. So instead, Sylar tries to go in how Omni Slash comes through, just gets the kill in time.
They actually get the bigger kill because of that. Because I think he clicked on Hunt towards
Relocating on mid, but they relocate into a Static Storm as well as the Death Ward there for the next Lane to try and turn this fight back. Will end up going down anyway. LGD were ready, driving through his move, but he can't get the kill. The Sunray comes through, a long-range Imp's gonna crash into him, and he gets pulled back by the Glimpse. Moon may go down as well. The reload hit turns into an ambush. It's a trap, and LGD end up grabbing 3 when it all settles down. Spectre now 2,300 gold, maybe. Drums completed, has a fresh item perhaps coming soon. Already a Yaksha on the courier. LGD.
Yeah, that was like the support having the ultimate now this time. It's better for LGD because the previous fight, the supports were a bit under level, so compared to the newbie supports right now, with that 2 ultimates online, they have to be really careful about their relocating. They have to consider the fact that they might be relocating into a Static Storm or a cast from the Disruptor. They need to be careful with that.
And of course, when you pick Tiny IO first, it's not like LGD didn't have opportunities to counterpick for the relocate. So you just have to understand that and play more carefully.
Yeah, they still have really good team fight since the Phoenix went for early mech instead of the Wiz. Sometimes why you don't see Phoenix going for mech because you generally have mana issues team fights if you are going for the Sunray build because mana, a lot of mana and your spells are costing a lot of mana, so very rarely you see players go for the mech build. It's absolutely necessary, and he's going for what it seems like a Bell next, which is a good item. Doing their team composition, they have Tiny, they have Shaman, all these heroes do a lot of spell damage. I think that's a really good item for the Phoenix.
I mean, he did opt to grab the point booster. No Blink Dagger. Just gonna focus on economy while top lane they wanted to relocate, but maybe he's able to play clear out before Chuan can get in range for the Hex. And now they might even counterplay this.
The
Disruptor's there, they chuck forward, he drops the Static Storm, no move, trying to chase him down, he gets trapped inside the kinetic field. DDC juking and biding time while the reinforcements can come in there to relocate. They toss back the illusion, again the Spectre illusion being turned against Team LGD, but Sylar's still finding kills elsewhere. Will finish off the Shadow Shaman while move drops slow, being pursued out. The Imp's coming from long range, almost solo killing move, but he does make it back to safety. A 1-for-1 support trade. A lot of big ultimates getting expended there. Easy back and forth game.
If you think about it, if it's a back and forth game and Newbee with heroes that arguably have a better team fight, if they are not staying ahead, and LGD has the Spectre, you're gonna be happy with it. And now Sylar has the Relic. He has enough gold for Relic. When the Radiance comes online, good luck, have fun with the
Sylar is 5-2-7. The team is 14 kills, and he has been in 12 of them.
I mean, it's
also,
a Spectre.
He also leads in CS. So he's kept his farm up, he's been in every fight, and it just comes back to the lanes. They gave up an early kill on the Phoenix, he wasn't pressured at all. Give a Spectre a free lane, and
Yeah,
especially in Sylar's hands,
he
he's
was
gonna punish
actually indeed a really good Spectre. because they understood that Newbee are playing greedy with the Shaman and Wisp. They are not going to be able to pressure you, so they pick a really greedy like the Spectre, and they move the Juggernaut into the mid lane. So,
and the Jug's also great because he's not going to die to Tiny IO because he always has the Blade
like,
Charge.
it doesn't matter who he lanes. Like either the Queen or the Tiny goes mid, Juggernaut will be fine in that lane. So that was a really good in terms of buff-wise for LGD.
Yeah.
Right now, Newbee with the next wards up. Let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to try to go for Roshan? Try to go for the tower?
I am still feeling like a lot House shoulders. He's managed to grab the Orchid, so the first major item after the mech.
I mean,
Can he find pickoffs with
he
it?
still dies so easily though if he gets caught by either the Spectre.
Juan. Sylar. Sylar, not only does he have Relic, but he's got 670 gold.
He's going to get the Radiance soon. Like if the
And let's check Newbee's HP pools. You've got Les sitting at 940, Tiny pretty healthy
this
at
does not look good for Newbee government. Like if he gets the Radiance before the next fight, they're just going to get run over by
They've
the
got
Haunt.
3 heroes below 1,000 health, so you look at the Haunt damage, and it is going to bring those
You
heroes down.
talked about the Orchid and how it's like, so what if he has the Orchid? He's going to die like easily if he gets glimpsed. And
Oh, they found RTK. They get off the shackles and stuff, but can they even kill him? They're going to hex him as well. They nuke him down, trying to finish the Enchantress, but Bambi so easily dealt with. Now the Haunt comes, looking for the turn. Sylar straight onto Twan here, who does have the teleport scroll. The dagger's there. Twan gonna be hustled down by Sylar. Elsewhere, Static Storm does come through. Prevents the Queen of Pain
three
escape.
ultimates for the Queen of
And
Pain.
the Omni Slash finishes the job. So 2 kills, no returns, but and wards now into maybe. So almost 3 comes to gold.
And right now, the game is really tipping into LGD's favor because their heroes are coming online and Spectre Rage. That was without the Radiance, so the next fight obviously is going to be harder. I think it's important for Newbee that they get the... Because Tiny went for the Eggs, it's difficult for them to get the first move. And because Shaman doesn't have... He's not going for Blink either, he's going for Aetherland, so... It's not going to be easy, and if you don't get the first move, if LGD makes the glimpse into the storm, they start the fight, they're just going to kill him.
He's out far here. Looks like he's going to be punished. There's a relocate ready, but maybe he's got a double damager, and it's only going to take a few, and not actually going to use the Blade Fury here.
He wanted to place the wall.
One down. Newbee rotating. They're going to blink in with how they're really committing for this. They get on the avalanche, the toss as well. Can they finish? Maybe though. He's got a DD rune, drum charge, bleeding pop. Can they drop him? One more club. Moo does manage to get the kill. RTK with the double. But Newbee, they find that Juggernaut. That's a big one for them, and they do it at the right time. Still RTK. Not so easy. He buys up the Dragon Lance. He's getting body blocked now. DDC getting silenced as he manages to drop the kinetic kill, but he also gets caught by a Quaffle. He's going to take down to the Soul Bird now, rushing in, but it's right into Sylar's waiting arms, and Sylar's ready to rock and roll. Moo being held up, but Sylar's healthy, can keep on charging, and the Radiance is now complete. The damage is immense, with the Imps crashing as well. A Death Ward committed. That's 3 down. Newbee firmly spanked and sent packing. They get the Jug, the Disruptor, but they give up their 2 biggest cores in the Tiny and the Queen of Pain. And once again, Sylar has another 700 gold.
That was just Tron trying to support like in the enemy jungle, and he got caught because there was a late... Oh, this was just freshly planted, so it was just LGD being there in the neighborhood in a bad timing for Tron. So right now, Newbee is gonna have a lot of trouble taking team fights. Radiance is online, like you mentioned, and as long as they get a glimpse into Static Storm to start the fight, whoever gets caught will be dead, unless the Wiz is able to relocate that person out. They have a lot of ways of killing the Wiz really quickly with the Radiance on Spectre. Once the Radiance ultimate comes on, anyone hits the Wiz a few times, he's just gonna die, so... Not even gonna be reliable that he gets the relocate out teammate that's getting forced down, so it'll be hard for them.
Look at this Winter. Maybe is going back in Blade here. So
Good for the Orchid.
the Orchid, there's the Hex, and I guess the Fire Spirits remain. Plus it just is a decent
Gives you
damage.
damage.
It's a good damage.
Yeah, it gives you a really good amount of damage, and obviously it works with the Orchid.
Good move here by Twan though. He's invis. He manages to break an LGD smoke. Looks like they were going for a pick straight into the Roche pit. Even thinking about going straight in
they
anyway.
can still go in. I think they have a DD on Juggernaut.
It's a Phoenix with a fresh L completed. Pop ult's down for 25 though, and LGD know that. Yeah, but it's kind of playing it. If they get a pick there, they definitely
They actually could have done it because look at Newbee. They're actually not in position at all, but they're worried. Right now, our TK is going to run into the lane.
Can find Hal. The illusion keeps on hunting, and DDC has the glimpse available. And Hal again finds himself trapped, surrounded. beaten into a
Wow,
pulp.
I thought he was actually gonna be able to get out. He got the silence actually on the disrupt before the disruptor done anything. But I guess still too much damage coming out from the
He's
heroes.
squishy. Yeah, like you brought up early with the Orchid build. This is the downside, and maybe moving on to Moo here. He's going to Blaze Fury to dodge away from an avalanche, and then they will whip back Moo. It ends up getting from the cast comes, but a very well-timed relocate brings him back to safety. Le have to take one for the team, as there's no one in sight to try and turn this one around.
Rip.
Bye, Isle. I hardly knew.
That's the life of the Wiz, you know. When your team is like losing as a Wiz, that's mostly what you're gonna be doing in a lot of the games.
The good news is he has plenty to go get a cool.
I don't think that's what he wants here, but right.
Well, it's what he has available to him. Get a drink.
Haste!
Right now, the situation of the game looks really bad for Newbee because LGD's strength of their lineup is starting to show right now with the Radiance on the sky. And not only that, every one of their heroes are actually dealing a good amount of damage in team fights. Even Disruptor, Witchdoctor Ultimate, and there's of ROTK with the input right now. He has Dragonlance completed. Fairly tanky as well with his build, power threads, drums. So it's not like there's only this one hero doing damage in team fight and you focus him down as Newbee and you actually win.
There's 3 carries that all deal damage and 2 supports that also deal a lot of damage.
They have to be able, that's why I said initiation is really important for Newbee. Do not have blink on any of the heroes.
They are going to find MMY though. Can they at least get one clean Orchid pick this game? Well, they get the kill, but the Imp is going to follow too late. Might be enough to kill him. No, not quite, but does bring him low and then the Glimpse comes through. They'll pull him right back. Gonna be roasted Phoenix for dinner. LGD, well, back on him, and even that is not a clean pick. Disruptor has just been preventing freebies for any of this game.
Still think that for Newbee to be able to come back,
They're making their move here. They found out Cylon. Can they finish him off though? The crumble committed there to the soul burn, perfectly executed, and this time, no
the
trace.
watts. GD is gonna know that there's vision there, so Vision already paid its price. They get a big kill. Right now, I mean, Spectre has enough gold to maybe transition into his next item. I'm thinking probably either getting a Manta, since they already have a diffuser. Probably Manta is the best item next. Silence as well, farm faster, general Spectre items, Radiance, Manta, and diffuser. Game is still looking really good for LGD despite the Spectre going down there.
If it just proceeds evenly to late game, do you straight up favor LGD there?
Yeah, of course. They have the Spectre. And the Juggernaut as well. Like, I know Tiny is really strong. The enemy arguably has position 1 heroes and you're alone Tiny.
An Enchantress who can be at least like a...
Yeah, despite the trouble he had in the early game, RTK has caught up really well. He's really farm at this stage of the game considering his start, so he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with late game as well. He has 3k gold, so basically the Aghanim's, if he wants it, it's almost done.
So what's the plan for Newbee? Do you just let push now? Do you try to play the rat game?
The rat game is not even gonna be easy because it's Spectre and Disruptor. They have tools to catch you, but obviously if you can't fight head on, that's the best route that you try to do rat and you try to use your wards to take other towers trade off.
Prepping for this, they've got the relocate online. They dropped the Veil in the pit. Here it's coming in to slow down this LGD Roshan. Maybe. Purchasing those off. Getting onto the charges. They'll keep on working on the big rock, and Moo shows no signs of rotating yet. It seems Newbee don't have the confidence to go into the pit.
Yeah, it's still really hard despite having Phoenix there. LGD's team fight is still extremely strong. Like, the horn gives away your positioning, it makes it really hard for Phoenix to land and really. You're still just gonna try to get as much as you can, because when you're losing, you just try to quick push and catch up. Yeah, best to fight. Somehow have to try to LGD to fight, use their horn, and when horn is down, try to go for buildings with the... I think that's their...
Prepping for a kill, but there's nobody for him to roast yet. Pick up the clip. This be no neighborhood, but no heroes either. LGD just gonna bait ROTK. Doesn't seem like this will amount to a whole lot. And while that's happening, how does construction fresh item? The BKB now purchased, so has a solution for the disruptor. Still a lot of damage that can pierce this. The Omni Slash, the right clicks, and of course that impetus.
Yeah, that's what impetus. It's not like it's guaranteed that he's gonna live. It's just like it's gonna.
But he still needs it. That's the beauty of Disruptor.
It's gonna deal with Disruptor and it's gonna deal with the Radiant Dispersion, Desolate.
It's done. Who wants to use it? He's gonna rumble down the top lane.
They have to send someone back to the...
Radiant's
That
top
hero,
tower
perhaps
is
we
under
see
attack.
Newbee make a move on mid. For now, it's just the Spectre, and well, I guess not. If Spectre's there, then 5 are there. Mid.
He's way too tanky. Yes, they just... It'll be risky for him to go.
The other thing is not only can Spectre hunt them when they're ratting, but he can just go home, defend, and be ready to join the push mid.
and
So he's a solution in that
He's
regard as
also
well.
really tanky. Like it's not like vulnerable to.
It's not like
the
maybe
combo.
an Ember Spirit or something.
Yeah, if you get caught by the combo, you die. And he's not that hero. So. He's an ideal carry for this situation for LGD. Right now, looking at items, LGD has his Aghanim, I believe.
Aghanim's just coming.
So that is like the biggest.
With the Dragonlance stuff.
Supports. The supports have 8 lands on Disruptor. Disruptor probably gonna finish up with Glimmer Cape. And it's gonna move on to his next item. So, I mean, all the items are coming online.
There's a possibility of
I mean, even going for more like
MKB,
I think even going for more stats is like he just needs to make sure they survive the fight, they don't die. Because if you think about it, because every single one of their hero is able to output damage. Basically, you just survive. It's not like a game where Juggernaut needs to be slow damage output of the. Everyone else does damage. So I think like going for stats, being tanky is also a good build for the Juggernaut this game. Be a Skadi next. Increase his survivability.
LGD. Rim gets popped here. See your Omni Slash cooldown. Gonna be low. 77 seconds. Got a mini Aghanim Scepter to work with
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
on the bottom lane. He also with Frost Armor, keeping him even more durable through this siege. Down the tower, they're leaving the Spectre top to prevent any counterplay.
Dire's structures
Still got 2
are
minutes on the
fortified.
Aegis. Oh, perhaps LGD. Perhaps they'll
Are they
even
gonna
threaten high ground. They're moving on mid though. They want to try to go with Sylar here. Avalanche toss.
Yes, Aegis though.
He's turning. He's charging after Hal. Lay's hiding in the trees. That's a DD run on Hal. Oh, they're going to realize that's the mistake. But now Lou's going to get trapped up. Static Storm. Omni Slash, but he got relocated. Slash gets blown, but it's an Arcane run Omni Slash, so simply low cooldown there.
Oh
And
dear.
they should be able to collect their IO prize.
They actually had the right idea that they wanted to scout out for the Wisp, but the Horn just came a little too late. So they couldn't actually scout out the Wisp early enough.
Lay, is he going to live? No, flip back the other way, and IO. Running.
Story of my life, says this. Saving my bro, and I'm paying for the price. But it's all for the great. All for the greater good.
You just keep telling yourself that, Winter.
Hopefully the Tiny can carry me this game. Come on, it's just life of a support when you're losing.
Feeder. True feeder.
I guess you don't play Venge, you know? Even if you ever play Venge, you're not gonna swap your teammate.
I don't feed it.
Full support, Gorman. Sorry.
Even when I play support, I don't. I mean, I'm on my ward, but I'm not supporting.
I am
support.
playing support hero, but support hero is use support. I don't buy wards. I don't do anything.
I'll buy wards, but
Dire's top
only when I'm happy with my items. Sometimes you gotta.
Hey, you remind me of FY. You don't buy wards, you know, I saw eyes on the Bear Rider buying wards for his team. You're just that support
You
player.
can be a defender at Maya. Bottom lane, there's the dive. Move. Aggressive positioning here, and he is gonna get caught out. CDC still holding the glyph and moves down for the count, trying for the split push. Will get punished there. Not able to get in range to help that one out, just gonna tether himself back. They lose their Tiny. More and more desperate for Newbee by the second. Jug for going back for BKB, so you mentioned stats. This is a similar idea, just a survivability item.
Just to survive. It's still good because it allows him to, you know, just run in. Because all of Newbee's heroes does a lot of damage from spell and obviously disable, so it's still a really good. totally forgot about that because it always strikes my mind. You're Juggernaut, you have spin, you don't need BKB, but you know, in some games you need. But right now, LGD's
Tyler just buried himself with Salve at 33 minutes and immediately gets it by neutral. You gotta love the efficiency attempt there. He will smoke, but it didn't get too late, so it looks like they want to bait him.
they're gonna just need one hero to push the lane. They're trying to hunt because basically against Spectre, it's like waste time. You wanna hunt the Spectre, you wanna go for the waste time. For other lanes, onto the other lane. So right now, LGD, are they looking to maybe they don't really need to rush things. I think they wait for next Roshan. They have map control, so I think they are actually just more comfortable of waiting for the next Roshan. The gem, you know, give out the map, your advantage, increase your advantage, control the map, and just go high ground with the Aegis. I think that would be the safest play for them. Yeah, the gem is actually on Newbee. If you're winning, you want a gem to extend your lead, and if you're losing, you want a gem to try and come back in, move the enemy vision. They are controlling the map. They probably have deep wards in your base, so you want a gem to actually remove.
Gift from the tempest of battle.
Are indeed out now for both teams, just being purchased. Maybe.
Both teams.
There's one on the Shaman as Juan has grabbed one.
Is there
And
one?
Sylar also holding one.
Oh, Sylar has a gem.
Spectre with a gem is really dirty too, because you haunt and every hero is immediately scouted no matter what. Glimmer Capes ain't gonna keep you safe, Invis Runes.
It's just like Naga with a gem.
Well, it's worse, because no matter where you are, they always find.
How is that worse? It's once every 2 minutes. Naga has it all
But
the
when it's happening, it's worse. More intense pain for a shorter period of time, Winter. That's actually a good question. Would you rather incredible suffering for only a few moments, or light suffering?
I'd rather get it over with, especially sitting with you, I'd rather get over with.
Oh, don't worry, buddy. We'll get you. We can get you out of here as quickly as possible.
Radiant's
Got a one-way exit for you. There's a window.
Radiant
Free to take it any
structures
time.
are fortified.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, Sylar moving on to Moo, who's committing for the siege here. Illusion's coming in.
Oh, relocate top.
And they are going to relocate their way out of there.
Alright. Seen this story again. And obviously, I hope you appreciate your life more this time by dying again after I save you.
My life a lot more if you had a mute button.
The Golden Glimpse!
Charity! LGD! The BM glimpse back, saying we don't need this kill. We'll win anyway.
That was not a BM glimpse.
I know.
That was a messed up glimpse.
Blax, you're doing fine.
That's you. When you're supporting, my chat will be, we need wards.
Every single direction is what we need. Oh my. Things getting a little silly here, but LGD still consistently maintaining their edge. They're up by 8,000 gold,
They're waiting for the Roshan.
10,000 experience.
They're waiting for the Roshan for them. If you look at item-wise...
Oh, they got the glimpse off on how BKB is going to be used here. And he blinks in. Who's blinked in? Did they see the blink? They pull him on dead. This is the impetus as well as the death board. What are you doing? How? Oh, meanwhile, they following too late. It's about half his health. It's still gone, and they see opportunity charging with the drum charge getting popped. Relocate gets committed again. Lay spending a lot of time saving his teammates.
Is he gonna get a charity glimpse again?
Almost they... Oh, I guess they didn't see it.
They didn't see him, okay. They didn't see him, so that is already charity. They didn't see him, so he's gonna live. And right now, Hao is down for another 45 seconds. They're gonna commit the ward to actually buy time for Hao to actually get up. But is that going to be enough? The healing ward is going to keep them sustained.
Okay, they've got Sunrays. Even Spectre doesn't like the frickin' Sunray. He's gonna have to back a bit. Reset here.
Spectre is dark matter. Dark matter doesn't like
Radiant's
bright
top
matter.
tower has fallen.
That works.
Radiant's top tower.
But rat action top lane. They're gonna fight Moo here. Is he gonna take out Rax? He got TP out. And there's no bash. There's no way to stop that BKB TP. LGD. A mistake starting to pile up here. And opening the way for Newbee.
Did no one actually have a TP?
I don't think they expected him to commit.
Wait, no one had a TP on the course? Except the Spectre? Oh dear, Enchantress didn't have a TP, Juggernaut didn't have a TP.
Well, they knew relocate was on cooldown, so they're probably thinking he's not going to risk that when there's no save.
Oh
but
dear, that was
it was a gamble by Newbee.
They have to be able to... If Newbee can actually get the Roshan instead of LG getting the Roshan, they might actually put themselves in a good position to come back in the game and buy enough time for Tiny to become the beast that we know.
And remember, they also have a Shadow Shaman, a pretty good hero in these potential ratty games, but he's a little bit light on items. Still, you see a Hex on How now, so pick off potential amplifies. Not entirely out of this one yet, and a head-on fight, very unlikely to win, but they can play more evasive finesse Dota. Chance.
They need to, you know, dodge, try to buy time and, you know, rat. Like, try to avoid and take the fights that you can win. Numbers fight, you know, you move them around the map. Only take fights when you have the numbers advantage. So right now, they're currently positioning their Wiz Tiny bottom, trying to, you know, trying to hide and wait for the because they don't see the LGD heroes on the map, so they're really, really scared. But LGD moving in the right direction, they might actually get a pick off here. They can actually kill the Wiz first, that would be huge for them.
All hiding in the trees. Maybe.
Just like HY told everyone, just hide in the trees and you'll be fine. They're actually gonna be fine.
Well, someone was listening.
No one is getting scouted.
Well, Daryl didn't learn. It seems Newbee. He just might have. But LGD are just gonna force objectives here.
By the way, Butterfly on Tiny, so he's gonna kill your base if he gets the chance. By AC.
Sylar, X there from How. That's not here you want to be trying to focus down. He knows it too. He will blink back, but maybe moves in. They're going to use the Haunt. How? Blink on cooldown for 1 second. The Omni Slash coming through. He blinks out at the final moment. 10 HP! But in the trees, Sylar hunts him down anyway, and they will get the pick there. Moo with the toss back, trying to retreat his way out. The X comes slashing through, and Moo will drop as well. That's 2 huge cores down, neither with buyback. And Lei might also drop here. LGD walks right into it.
Bashed. God, man, he got bashed. He didn't realize that he probably would have just used his flutter to actually run away. I think he didn't know about the basher on the Juggernaut.
That was the debut. That was the first time it's been used, because right when he bought it, they smoked.
No buybacks. 60 seconds.
Might be the bailout LGD needed. Just when it looks like Newbee, we're going to make things interesting. 2 crucial kills going the wrong way. So they push in mid, they are going to drop
going the right way if you're LGD.
Wrong way for Newbee.
This is bad. They're gonna probably lose 2 lanes of Rex at this rate.
Maybe more. Font is on cooldown, but you have buybacks
They have to
here.
try and buy time for the last Rex.
They've got 5 buybacks. They can stick around if they'd like. Top lane is pushing in.
If LGD goes for the top lane, they have to hold a defense. There's no choice.
Or risk it. LGD are content. TP away. Look at these lanes out. Now, next round of items likely to come
Man,
out here.
how often do you see RTK this rich? He's actually even richer than the enemy safe lane. So that's gonna be the Abyssal Blade done, or maybe even more reliable lockdown this time. Good luck BKB TPing out in front of that guy.
And he can main fight the Tiny as well, pretty well at this point. As the BKB, so no Craggy procs.
He doesn't have an MKB, so I think if the Tiny can actually catch him before he BKB, still be able to win. But
yes, if he catches him. They do have 2 hexes.
Newbee has to make this smoke move. They took so much damage in their base. Oh dear, the scout. The scout.
That Invis and Newbee trying for shenanigans, and they're gonna take out their rage on the Wildkin. Pointy, eh?
The RTK on point again with that chanted creep. Knows what's up. He knows that Newbee just lost a team fight, no one showing on the map. Either smoke to kill you or smoke to rush.
Now time for LGD to grab that Roshan. Testing.
I think they have to though. I think if they give away this rush, it's like gonna lose the next fight for sure.
There's no way you can beat an Aegis, Cheese,
They
and
have to fight.
to know there's the Spectre buyback. Sylar has not gotten an item in a long time.
Let's go. Moon's gonna BKB, run into the Roach Pit. Let's go.
Maybe he's gonna run out of the Roach Pit, and that first imp, oh, it's gonna do a pretty chunk of damage there to move. They'll glimpse it back just a little bit, pushing him down now. There's the tether. They get off a very good bail, but maybe just goes to work with the BKB. He's getting close out inside of the ward. Turns on the Omni, but working on Moo together with the Deathward, with the HLN range. Moo, low but not dead yet. The infinite Madame RTK really dishing out the damage. Maybe cleans up a third, and Sylar hunts for a fourth. Too late, purge, and dead as well. And Newbee, after a back and forth brawl, end up dropping game number 1. 34-16 the score. LGD, probably the favorites coming into the event so far, looking good.
And they show that they are more willing to try new stuff. Like before this, like when we always talk about LGD are a team that they're always sticking to old picks. They're really traditional. They're not willing to try new heroes, the meta heroes. They're always sticking to their guns. RTK is always on a hero that doesn't want to farm a lot. And this game he's on a hero that wants to win his lane, wants to farm, deal damage in team fights, and they